Staying in a tavern for 3 days out of the week wasn't the best for me. I needed to find him. Papers from the town library laid on the floor along with books on anything at all of arthropods. But it was all things I had already known from him. I bit my lip. I was getting nowhere. The book pages were all over the floor with underlines and scratch marks. If I hadn't bought all these books, I would have paid probably more than I did. But I should focus truly on my own thoughts and whereabouts. That means they will be after you as well. It played in my mind like a plague, over and over, for the 3 days I had been here. I rubbed my chin. It's not the first time someone has tried to assassin me. Even at home, at school, and on my travels. It was all the same. I closed my eyes, thinking they would probably strike tonight. Since one, I hadn't moved in a while, and second, it had been a while since I had seen him. 6 days to be precise. I opened my eyes. I wonder if he was home, or still running for his life. I looked up at the ceiling, my eyes becoming foggy. It had to be of the lack of sleep, or maybe not eating enough. I really couldn't tell, nor cared. I lied down on the floor, my body sprawled out as I nodded in and out of sleep. My body felt numb, though it was weird. I didn't feel like I was myself, like my body was falling apart in itself. I stood up, slowly walking over to the bed and tucking myself in. It wasn't the best, but it was what I got at the moment. And I slowly closed my eyes, listening to the sounds outside through the window, hoping that getting some rest would help it. But a noise caught my attention from outside. A tiny thump. It wasn't much, just a tiny thump that an animal could make, truly. Possibly no one would hear it. The vanish of the moonlight, then harshly coming back. I turned, blocking the moonlight from my eyes. I could have easily closed the damn curtain if it could actually cover the whole damn thing, but here we are. And slowly, the noise of the window popping open made my muscles tense. But I slowly relaxed. This wasn't the first nor the last time an assassin would try to kill me. A tap, then another, continuing until it stopped, just right at my bed. No rustling of clothes, nor the pop and cracks of bones nor muscles. It was abnormal for me, the way they moved. It was quick and quiet, something that had took years of practice and training, something that not even I could do at this point in time. I waited for any movement. It was like as if they were watching, waiting for me to move instead. This wasn't new at all. Many had done this, but all became too impatient. Just wait. If they move, I was ready. If they didn't, they were waiting until I finally fell asleep, if they knew I was up. But it was all for nothing. I bolted up, jumping over the attacker. The darkness of the room made it hard to see who the person was. All I could tell was that they held a sword. They held it, swinging it, aiming for any part of my body, grazing the left side of me. If it weren't for the clothes I was wearing, my skin would have been surely cut for worse. I just needed to. I eyed the bath just behind me, to where my sword had been placed after polishing. It was gone. Was that why it took them so long for this person to move to my bed? With every swing and stab they threw my way, my eyes darted around the room, trying to find as to where they had put in my sword. Did they have it on them? Did they throw it out the window? Did they just hide it somewhere within the room? Were they stupid and just hid it in the bath? Ugh. Every little thing I had to think of it, I wanted to find it within this room. I would have to move my body around, stepping to the right, trying to dodge the swing towards my side. It wasn't under the bed nor outside. So, they were stupid. It was in the tub. And shit, I had put them right in front of me. They stood, thinking of something to do, until they ran, aiming for my neck. I fell to the floor, swinging their leg out from under them, causing the sword to be dropped. I wasn't going to take theirs. Definitely had a different muscle and bone structure than I did. Quickly turning around to run for the bath, seeing that my sword was indeed hidden within inside, I took it, turning her back around as the person ran at me again, kicking my leg up and onto their chest, pushing them backwards. I bolted forward, and this time, it was my turn to swing. Quickly taking the upper hand, they were slightly slower than me thanks to the different body type. They were larger, more in height than weight, but that really didn't matter. All that meant was they would deal more damage than I could nor get. I moved out of the way, their large sword digging into the floor, allowing me to swing an arm around their neck before bringing them to the floor. Flipping them onto the floor, pushing their face towards the wooden floorboards. I'm done with you, I spat, piercing my sword into the wooden floorboards, right by their neck. I could kill you now, or you will tell me why you are here, I spoke, pulling the mask off their face. Speak now. I moved the sword closer, pulling the wooden floors apart. I could feel their body trembling under my hold. I was sent here to kill you. I could tell they were a woman now. I know that, I spat, narrowing my eyes as I pushed the blade closer. I want to know who sent you. My voice lowered as I spoke into her ear. And why? I spoke. She stayed quiet, feeling her slowly stop her trembling. I'm not telling you anything. She quickly turned, her sword coming from my neck. I quickly pulled my blade from the ground to block the attack, and she pushed me away, knocking my head on the blade. Shit, I spat, rubbing the back of my head. I looked up to see colors. Noticing that they were coming closer, I moved my body out of the way, feeling the bed beside me be torn from the blade. I kicked them away, causing her to stumble and hit her head on the rib in the tub. Shit. Did I kill her? I spoke out loud. I turned to the candle near the bed, finally seeing her. I froze, my body still from seeing her. She looked like him, though the fluff around her body was brown. Her skin wasn't like his fully. Her head down to half of her neck was different from his. I slowly walked over towards her and bent down, feeling the fluff of her hair that traveled down to cover her. I looked away, then bolted back, my hands around her neck, seeing that she was indeed awake. Don't you think about reaching for that sword, I spat. I'll give you one more chance, and if you fail, I'll kill you. Right in front of your mother. She narrowed her eyes. So, you know who I am? Then why ask me these questions? She asked, as I untightened my hold just a bit so she could speak. I know who you are roughly, because of someone else. I spoke. Didn't want to give too much away. She finally hissed, looking away before looking back at me. I was sent to kill you since you know my brother, along with everyone else who has talked to him. My body froze. You were my first kill, though, so don't get too whiny. She smiled, and I looked at her, taking one of my hands and fisting it into a ball. Her eyes widened, and I bolted my fist towards her, causing her to squeeze her eyes shut and make a noise from her mouth, only for me to hit just beside her head. "Don't play with me." She opened her eyes and looked at me. "Okay, fine. We were just after you. Mom wants you gone, and I don't care why," she spat. Then why don't we play a game?" I asked. She raised an eyebrow. "You tell your little mama that I'm coming to kill her and take her son." I smiled, letting her go, fully standing with my sword in hand, walking over to hers. I looked at it. It was perfect, the true craftsmanship of its work. But I slammed my foot down, the sword shattering. "Now I have to pay for the repairs of this room," I spoke, taking my coin pouch with me. Walking through the dark halls, scattering feet echoing throughout the place. "And make sure he doesn't get out again," her voice spoke, watching as my sisters left. "Mother," I spoke, waiting for her command. "Come in," she spoke, turning into the room to see her. She sat on a makeshift throne, her eyes following me. "So, did you get the job done?" She spoke as she stood, slowly walking over towards me, standing just in front of me. I looked up, gulping. "No." She stood there, no expression on her face, though she did have a message for you. I paused, reciting her words. "I'm going to kill her and take her son," I spoke. She only watched me. The pure silence was deafening. I didn't know what she would do, but her hand slowly came to cut my cheek. "Oh, darling, you did so well, my dear." She smiled, praising me. "Even if you didn't kill her, she still knows that she won't be safe." But her hand came quickly wrapping around my throat and holding me up into the air. "You failed, but..." Her smile, chilling as she looked at me. "That means I can finally get back at him."